Hey guys, it's July 12th today, so that means I'm 7 months post-op. And I just wanted to make a quick video about some updates. So I was in Toronto for Pride, and one of my friends had an appointment at McLean's office, so a few of us went together, and he had time to look at my chest. So I showed him how everything was going. I was a bit disconcerted actually because Liz, like his personal assistant, secretary, whatever, was super excited to see me, and some of the other staff was very excited to see me, but McLean himself did not remember me at all. So that was, like, I understand he has a lot of patients and he might not remember everybody, but I feel like because I had a few complications and hematoma and everything that, anyways, he didn't remember me, but he looked at my chest. I showed him the little spot over here that I was a bit concerned about, and he agreed that it was just taking longer than the rest of my chest to heal, but it would go away soon or eventually. And he said it looked really good, and I took some after pictures with them, and the woman, I hadn't met her before, who took the pictures, was like shocked that it had only been 6 months and some change. She thought it looked really good, but she said something that kind of like threw me off a little bit. She said, she was telling me like to be careful in the sun and all that, which I already knew, so I told her like I put like buckets of sunscreen on whenever I went outside, SPF 60, and if I ever was just lying in the sun to tan or whatnot, that I put sunscreen and like a huge thick towel over my scars and nipples. So she's like, yeah, that's really good, keep on doing that. And then she said, but you know, now they're saying that 2 years is the new 1 year. Meaning like you shouldn't expose your scars to the sun for 2 full years. And the first thought in my head was like, no fucking way. Like, I did not have this surgery to not be able to go out in the sun for 2 years. But then after like the shock of that statement, I realized like what's 2 summers compared to a lifelong of having more faded scars, right? So I don't really care at all. And I also realized that by the time next summer rolls around, it'll be almost 2 years anyways. So I really don't need to worry about that too much. I don't think I'm going to be going anywhere during the winter that's warm. And if I do, then I'll just do what I'm doing now. It's not the end of the world, and I'd rather have faded scars. So 7 months. This is what it looks like. This lighting is terrible. Let's try to... Is that better? No, that's worse. Is this better? That's also worse. Anyways, well, you could kind of see, I mean, everything's darker in real life, but you could kind of see the difference in color, like that I'm more red here, and then there's like a patch of lighter here. There's a spot underneath this nipple that's a bit darker, and then lighter there. That's pretty much what it looks like in real life, but like I said, a bit darker everywhere. Those dog ears went away. I think that's because my lats got a little bit bigger, so it's kind of pushing the swelling. I mean, you could still kind of see right there and right there, but it's going away, and my lats are getting bigger, so I'll take it. I pretty much have full range. Although yesterday I tried to do some overhead squats, and I couldn't really stay in that position squatting. That's a flexibility issue by itself, but I also did feel quite a pull in my sutures. The one thing I forgot to ask McLean about, and I'm kind of annoyed about this, I don't know if I'll be able to show this in camera, and I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but if you look at my right pec, it's like a normal curve, and if you look at my left pec, it kind of goes down here. I feel like there's like a little dip in the muscle, and I'm not sure if that was there before surgery because there was stuff covering that area, so I wasn't like hyper aware of what my pecs look like. So I'm not sure if that's an anatomical thing that my muscle dips, or and that would be fine, or if it's something to do with the internal sutures that McLean uses. And I forgot to ask him, but it's, as you can see, something that's very difficult to capture on film, so I'm not sure I'll be able to email them pictures of it to ask, but I'll definitely try anyways. But I mean, I've been doing like one-arm chest exercises to try to correct that, because I think it's just that my left pec is slightly harder to activate than my right one, because I'm right-handed, so that side of my body's used to that. But I mean, it's not super noticeable. It's just my own like problem with it, and in the back of my mind I just have this like the nagging voice telling me that if I'm ever going to be doing bodybuilding or fitness competitions, that imperfection will not be good. So I'm trying to correct that. If it continues in like a month or two to look worse or the same, then I'll email at that point, but I'm not really super concerned about it. So yeah, other than that, my nipples are looking good. I feel like the areola and nipple are even more distinct now, and they don't get like you know, a nipple will get harder when it's cold and kind of like seize up, so it doesn't really get harder, but they do seize up, so that's good, I guess. And I'm still not like, the only times I touch them are when I'm putting on sunscreen, and I don't really feel anything, so that's a bit weird, and I'm really like anxious about it, not because I think that it's like not healing properly or anything like that. It's just my own anxieties about not connecting to my chest yet, but hopefully that'll change, and I was also prepared for it not changing. But yeah, I mean, everything else is looking pretty good, and this video is getting pretty long, so I will leave you guys with that. 7 months post-op. That's it. Hope you guys are doing well.